2022, let's talk about our resolutions for the year. My resolution, get this YouTube channel up and running and stick to it. How do you do that? You have to have long-term goals, short-term goals, just with anything in life. With your fitness journey, with your education, with your work, with your business, you have to have a long-term goal and then short-term goals, right? So let's talk about that. How do we do long-term and short-term? So, for instance, say your long-term goal is to deadlift 700 pounds by the end of the year, right? Well, how are you going to do that? That's your long-term goal, right? In the short term, how are you going to constantly strive and achieve small increases to get to that long-term goal? First off, you should probably look at your weaknesses and be smart and tell yourself exactly why you suck and why you're bad at deadlift or where you're weak at and hit those imbalances and get stronger, right? So the first month, maybe you're weak off the floor. So let's do deficit deadlifts, right? Or say you're not weak off the floor, but your hips are weak. Maybe you do sumo for a month or two to get your hips strong, and then come back to the conventional, and then you're strong again, right? And you slowly change things and adapt and figure out what's working, what's not working, and then you're slowly going to get further and further and closer, further and further down the road, and you get closer and closer to your long-term goals, right? Now, that's one. Another resolution, people want to lose weight. Everybody wants to lose weight. It's the holiday. It's the number one New Year's resolution. Get in shape, lose weight, be better at this, be better at that, stop being fat, blah, 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 blah. Well, that's great. You want to lose weight, but how are you going to do that? You have to have the short-term goals that are attainable every single week, every single day, that are going to slowly build up, and compound onto that long-term goal. So, for instance, say you want to lose 50 pounds in a year. Say you're obese, overweight, and you want to lose 50 pounds in a year. That's a lot, but it's doable if you lose a pound a week, and that's probably the healthiest way you can do it. If you lose any more than a pound a week, the studies say you're going to gain the weight back. Let's look at the biggest loser. How many of those people have kept off those 100 pounds, 200 pounds, whatever they've lost, a year after the show? Basically none of them. They've all gained it back because they've just crash dieted, lost the weight. Their metabolism never caught up to what they were doing, and then they gained it all back. So if you lose a pound a week for 52 weeks, that's healthy. How do you do that? 1, calorie deficit. 2, exercise, but have a periodization. Just don't go in balls to the wall, hard as you can every single day, your first month, 2 months, 3 months, with your exercise, training, and your diet. It's a slow progression. Build up so your body can adapt, your metabolism can catch up. Things can slowly start adapting so then when you're 6, 7 months in and you're really cranking it up, your body will adapt positively to it and not negatively. So with me with this channel, my long-term goal is to get this channel out to the whole country, the whole world. Talking about training, education, podcasts about all that, videos with everything, even like movie reviews, who knows? I love all that stuff. But, my number one goal is to educate and to entertain and talk about training. It doesn't matter if it's powerlifting, strongman, Olympic lifting, sports performance. Get the knowledge out there and get real knowledge out there from someone who's been there and done that. Not these Instagram famous or YouTube famous channels with people doing speed ladders or stupid ass agility drills that really don't work. You want to know how you get faster, more athletic on the football field or the baseball field or the volleyball court or any basketball court, any sport like that, anything? You want to know how you do that? 1, you get stronger. 2, you get more mobile. And when you get stronger, you're going to get more powerful. Got it? Once you get more powerful, you're going to become faster. Once you become faster, you can become quicker. And if you get your mobility up, the strength isn't going to be a weakness like a lot of these old school coaches think. You stay mobile and get more mobile. All those things that you worked on from the strength will become better and better and better. I mean, who knows better? I've been in the game coaching for 5 years at different high schools, in the private sector with my facility. We've won over 10 state championships with 10 different teams, right? And a few things stay the same. That is, get the athlete stronger, keep them mobile or get them more mobile. They'll become more explosive. And once you get stronger and more explosive, you're going to run faster, jump higher, be quicker, be more athletic, be more agile, right? And then just mental toughness, because it's not fun and it's not easy doing the most mundane workout sometimes. Squatting, pulling, jumping, single leg work. When we don't do ladders, we barely do agility. When we do agility, it's all reactionary stuff where the athletes have to react on what I'm doing or what other coach is doing or what a ball happens. There is no just running around cones, doing box drills, doing ladder drills. It's drills where you have to react just like you would on the court, right? So that's what I want to bring to the masses here on YouTube. Someone who's been there, done that, played at a high level in college, blew my leg out, didn't make the NFL because I ruptured my Achilles, fully ruptured my Achilles at the Senior Bowl, or I would have played, and I'd probably still be playing in the NFL at some level, some either a starter, backup, special teams, who knows? I would still be playing, right? And then high level at CrossFit, competed really high at that, and now in Olympic lifting, and just going over my journey and capturing it on video and giving it to you guys, how I've got certain places, where I'm going, how I'm doing that, and how you can do it as well. You know, I never thought that I would snatch over 360 some pounds, right? I was always strong, could always squat a lot, clean a lot in high school and college. Always one of the strongest kids on the football team, if not the strongest, most athletic, right? But when football was over, I had to find something else. Nobody wanted a 25-year-old linebacker who went from running a 4.4 to a 4.7 after he blew his Achilles out, right? So then I found CrossFit, and I got the best I could at CrossFit. And then I found Olympic weightlifting. And as I kept getting better and better at that, then I got hurt, got my labrum, having surgery in a couple weeks. You'll follow that journey with me as well, recovering from this labrum surgery and bicep and cysts and all this other stuff I have in that shoulder that I'm going to get fixed, right? So you'll follow me through that journey as well. So that's my New Year's resolution, is to put out as much content as possible in the long term. Get this channel so everybody sees it. Get it viral. Even if I ruffle a few feathers, piss people off, people don't like me, I don't really care. I've been there. I've done that. I've built up my gym, my facility from 5 kettlebells, a couple barbells, an old shitty-ass warehouse that flooded every day, to a 20,000 square foot warehouse right now. Winning over 10 state championships, multiple Gatorade Players of the Year, All-Americans, things like that. National ranked weightlifters, and I don't ever post anything on Instagram about that. That's not me. I don't care about, taking the accolades of the kids that I work with. They worked for that. I just helped them a little bit to get there, right? So that's my goal on this. That's the long term, is to get this channel viral, get people talking. And in the short term, how am I going to do that? Well, I'm going to post at least 3 videos a day, 3 videos a week on the YouTube, multiple on Instagram, TikTok, things like that, and just keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, and probably pushing the envelope to piss people off, and let them really think about how are they really training, or how are they really doing the educational aspect of things, right? A lot of these people on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all this stuff, they want to preach, oh, this is how it needs to be done. But they've never done it. Don't tell me how to run fast if you've never ran fast, right? Or you've never gotten people to run fast. Does that make sense? I ran a 4.4 my senior year at 240 pounds, 6'2", 240. Was I naturally fast? Yeah, I was gifted. I was fast. I've always been fast. But I also took the small things from different coaches, saw what worked for me, and continued to use those, and I continue to use them now for all my athletes, right? Same thing with getting strong. Like, don't talk about getting strong or having, that squat doesn't count because your knees caved in or your toes are turned out. You know what? If you've never squatted 700 pounds, 600 pounds, cleaned over 450 pounds, you really shouldn't be talking or coaching people how to do things if you've never done it yourself. We're really going to get into that this channel this year, about these strength coaches or performance coaches or even football coaches out there that talk a big game but have never done anything. And when you call them out on their bullshit, they get all mad and they won't answer. It's kind of like the fake natties on the Instagram world or YouTube. They're like, oh, I'm natural on this, and well, you're a fake natty. You're on steroids. Everybody knows you're on steroids. You just won't admit to it. And when you get called out, you have somebody escort that person away who was asking the question, or you delete their comments on YouTube, right? Or Instagram or whatever social media platform you're using. So that's kind of the goal of this channel, is just to cut out all the bullshit. Some people may not like what I have to say. They may not agree with me, which is fine. That's everybody's own way of training, and performance is up to them. But there's a few basic principles that we should all follow and we should all go with, right? And as long as we all agree on the base principles, if we deviate how we use them a little bit, but our athletes are getting better, or you're getting better as an athlete, is it the wrong way, right? Like, it's the whole West Side versus Olympic weightlifting debate. Is Louis Simmons crazy and wrong about weightlifting? Or all these weightlifting coaches in the United States, are they wrong because he says they're wrong? I think it's probably a little bit of both. And nobody ever wants to talk about it. Like, could weightlifters be stronger and probably take steroids like everybody else in the country? I mean, in the world, to compete at the highest level and win? Probably. But at the same time, like, look how far the United States has come being clean athletes. I mean, you have people top 5 in the country, in the world, from a clean sport, from a clean country, basically. You would think they're clean. You never know. Anything's possible with microdosing and all that. But that's besides the point. And the same thing is, like, if we just got stronger, would we get better at weightlifting? Probably. If you got stronger, you'd be better. I mean, look at the top people in the world. They're some of the strongest people pound for pound in the world, in any sport, any strength sport, right? So if we got stronger, would we potentially get better? Yeah. So we're going to be talking about all that on this channel. So remember, like, subscribe, share the video, post it everywhere on social media. And remember,